Welcome to the channel. To all the newcomers, I'm the Lone Wolf.
I'm Batman.
Got 2 channels. Feel free to subscribe to both channels, you know what I'm saying? Only if you appreciate quality entertainment with quality type people, you feel me? So today I got 2 for the price of 1. Last time I watched the first episode of Signs of a Psychopath. The original plan was to watch, see the little backstory, and see if I would have picked up on the fact that they was a psychopath or not. However, in the first episode, that guy clearly came out the womb a complete psychopath. So I'm hoping this time it's a little more sudden, you know, maybe a couple little plot twists or whatever. So just in case, I want to do 2 episodes in one. So I'm gonna be reacting to episode 2 and episode 3. But this show gets crazy, so who knows? Without any further ado, let's get into it, baby.
State police say the bodies of 3 women were found at the Black Bear Inn in Newry. They appear to have been shot to death. Police say 31-year-old Christian Nielsen is their only suspect.
We are rolling.
And I parked here. I had the gun in my waistband.
Did you see the gun?
Did he see the gun?
Yeah.
No.
You had planned it, but Jim had no idea.
Jim had no idea. You know, I said maybe we should go fishing. I took him out. I was thinking I'm gonna kill this guy.
Did you do it because you're evil? Evil? Did you do that just because you're an evil person at the core?
No, I'm a good person.
On a trip to the woods? Why? Like, what do you tell your friend to convince them to go with you to the woods? Hey, Joe, there's this thing I need you to see. Oh, where is it? In the middle of the woods. We gotta go at midnight. You're not my friend anymore. Clearly, you're trying to take me to be a sacrifice so you can summon the devil. Like, no. This is gonna be another obvious one. Okay? If you're frolicking through the woods in the middle of the night, it's probably a red flag that you're a psychopath. I'm just saying.
That right about there.
Did you say anything to him beforehand then?
I said I have to go to the bathroom. You know, I just kind of stood up and said, I gotta go to the bathroom, you know?
Yeah.
I stood up and I turned around and I walked behind him and I shot him.
I don't think that this was necessarily about Jim. This was something he was gonna do regardless.
You understand if someone wants to kill you because they hate you, but you have no meaning, ultimately, to a psychopath. It's like an object. You're no different than a coffee cup or than that table. So it's absolutely impersonal. But I think that's what's so scary about it.
Bro, I said this in the last episode. I'm gonna say it here. You are not superhuman because you lack basic empathy. Like, that doesn't make you Jason Voorhees or the Candyman. Like, you're not them. You're not bulletproof, buddy. They love to sensationalize serial killers, bro. Cut it out, bro. He's not a real demon. Just sucker punch the dude.
And then, like I said, he had a big torso, but little legs, very tiny legs.
Jim, Christian's first victim, suffered from polio, which is why he describes him as having the legs of a child.
You gonna kill the guy and then roast his legs? Talking about he got chicken legs, bro. Talking about he looked like an extra from Chicken Run. You don't have to talk about that guy like that, bro. Talking about Forrest Gump head ass, like, bro, you didn't have to go in on that nigga like that, bro. You already killed him. Like, the lack of respect for the dead is crazy. You didn't have to talk about that man's legs.
I just felt that it was the right thing to do.
You didn't want to leave him out in the open.
Didn't want to leave him out in the open.
Why?
He was a dead person. You do something with dead people, you bury them or something, or burn them, right? It wasn't really a grave as in, like, gee, I feel bad for Jim, but a grave as in, let's get him in the ground before he starts to smell.
Thanks for clearing that up, I guess. How much more disrespect are you gonna, like, bro? Jim ought to haunt his bitch ass for the rest of his life, bro. I really hope Jim haunts his every waking moment in prison.
50-year-old Jimmy Whitehurst was found in a shallow grave. He'd been shot, then his body burned.
I hadn't planned on killing Julie until that night at work. And then I decided to kill her.
What'd she do?
I mean, it wasn't going to be long before she realized Jimmy wasn't around. You know what I mean? Okay, so I woke up that morning. I knew I wanted to kill her, but she just sleeps until noon. I didn't have that long to wait, man. You know what I'm saying? I felt that I had to get it done quickly. You know, you make a decision like that, you know you gotta do it, and you just do it.
Psychopaths do have lower impulse control. Their dorsolateral prefrontal cortex in most psychopaths is smaller than the average person, and this is diminished in a psychopath. Christian did not have great impulse control. I think he enjoyed killing Jim, and he wanted to do it again, so he did.
So I got my gun, and I walked around to the window. It was loud. I was opening up the window because I didn't use the screen. And then I was like scared because her face was right there. Like the window was here and her face was there. So she opened her eyes, she wouldn't see me. Got my gun, kicked the door didn't budge.
He kicked the door, but the door didn't budge. But he talking about Jim's legs. See, that's what happened when you built like a damn string bean. You built like an extra from fucking VeggieTales. You built like an uncooked noodle. And you talking about Jim's legs. Jim had a reason to have miniature legs. What's your reason? You built like Jimmy from South Park, and you don't even got polio. Jack Skeleton built ass. Oh, he probably just a hater, bro. He just mad because he's fragile, bro. It's always these little weak dudes who just want to impose some sort of like control over other people. And he trying to kick in the door to kill an old lady for no reason. And I ain't gonna lie to you, these psychologists be making more excuses than a little bit for these people, bro. His frontal cortex is underdeveloped. So is his skeleton structure, nigga. So is his frame. His body's underdeveloped too. 6-year-olds don't just be murdering people because they don't got their frontal cortex developed or whatever. The problem is not impulses. Because your impulses is not wanting to kill people unless you don't have empathy. That's the problem. I don't know why they keep talking about all this other stuff. If he was a man that was the same hue as me, they wouldn't be giving him no excuses. If you know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying. But all these excuses, it's not gonna cut it. Your fragile ass can't even kick in the door to kill this old lady. All he needed was one good shoulder check. Shatter his whole skeleton structure, man. One normal sized man could have tied this dude in a knot. His face got no width. There's barely enough space on his head for both his eyes to fit on it. You know his organs bunched up. Can't even kick in the damn door, but you gonna kill people. Man, boy. Fake demons, bro. Half steppers, bro. Like, you really not like that. Come on, let's get this guy over with, because he boring. He got no charm. He don't got a good backstory or nothing. This nigga is lame.
Door popped off, the lock, door slams open. Julie sits up, she said...
Bunch of Ted Bundy wannabes.
So she said, what the? And she's from down south, she goes, what the? Hey, yeah. I think I shot her once, and she said, oh. And I shot her again and again, and it blew her out of the bed into the wall. That was just amazing.
Gosh, I hate this dude so much, bro. Little weak ass clown, bro. You don't even got a reason to be like this.
She was a horrible person and she deserved it. So why are you laughing?
I'm sorry, I felt like I'm tired.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just
I know
trying
you're
to
not. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I don't care what you tell Julie, kids.
This is an illogical thing to ask him in his mind. Why are you even asking me this?
This is an illogical thing to ask him in my mind. I also believe this is an illogical question. And I don't appreciate the fact you guys are dead ass sitting up here talking with him. You probably brought him breakfast. Y'all went out on a little stroll through the woods. Where's the bad cop? It's just good cop, good cop. Y'all too soft. Where's the bad cops? Like in the 90s action movies. Get the smacking them around. Where's the Elliot Stablers? Get the jacking him up. Shoulder check him. Dislocate his shit. Just, shoulder check him. He frail. Give him a push. That'll be a strong gust of wind. Boy, send that nigga flying. I hate this dude. R.I.P. Jim and R.I.P. Julie, because they didn't deserve that.
Why should I possibly care? Psychopaths generally will not experience these emotions.
How do you know what they will experience? This lady pisses me off so much because she sensationalized serial killers to such an extent. You could tell she's the type of chick who like is so obsessed with serial killers. And that's why she does the profession she does, bro. This is a despicable piece of shit. Why are we pretending that he's fascinating? He's not. He doesn't even have a good backstory.
This morning I woke up, eat breakfast, cleaned. I shot her old dog because the dog was 12, 13 years old. I mean, it was way too old for a dog.
Shut the dog.
Yeah, I shot the dog. I felt bad about that.
I don't believe that Christian felt bad about killing the dog. One hallmark that we do often see in psychopaths is an early abuse of animals. It's in some ways a practice for what they're eventually going to do because they're less likely to get caught for it, because the animal's not going to tell anybody or say anything. And so animals are often kind of the gateway into some sort of aggression or violence towards a person.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think pets should exist. I know this is way off topic and it's got nothing to do with anything, but I don't think pets should exist. Like, I don't think that we should have ever domesticated any animals to that extent. I feel like we should domesticate them enough where they know to not like run through cities. Like, they stay in their territory and we try to not pollute their territory, and then we stay in our territory. And then, you know, people could just like record them and shit for like Animal Planet, and we could just watch animals on TV. But the zoo, I don't agree with that. To me, that's just animal slavery. I don't believe in it. And then pets, now we got a whole species of animals that don't exist and can't like survive in the wild. Dogs, what even are those? They don't even have a purpose. They're like artificial creatures now. So I don't think we was ever meant to have any type of pets. I don't know. I think it's narcissistic to think that you're above another living creature. Even an ant farm. Like, bro, let them be in the dirt outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't that much of a tree hugger, but like, I ain't gonna hug a tree, but I'll let it be. I ain't gonna go cut it down. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sorry for that random ass rant. It has nothing to do with anything. My bad.
I saw your friend come up from the driveway to the front door. I see them. They're chit-chatting away, blah, blah, blah. Saw your friend come up. I'm going, oh, grab my 38, put it in my waist. And of course, they're asking you about Julie the whole time. Where's Julie? What's up with Julie? What's wrong with Julie? I don't know what to say. You know, I know I'm gonna kill her, basically.
Christian killing Selby essentially was orphaning her children. Her husband had died and she had 2 children at home. So by killing her, those children now have no parents. They also have no grandmother because he had already killed her. But he doesn't care.
I'm in the office with a friend. The friend's talking to me. I met you once before. I've stayed behind the friend. And we hear Selby go in the bedroom. Selby starts talking. And the friend says, oh, please go ahead. I said, I want to go after you. So the friend walks into the bedroom. Selby says, Christian, did you kill my mother? I don't know apropos of what. Like, I don't know how Selby managed to pick up that many clues because I wiped up most of the blood, cleaned most of the blood. Oh, the door's busted. I think that's what gave it away. She saw the busted door and she was like, I don't know if she was joking or what. But she said, Christian, did you kill my mother? And right before she said that, or right as she was saying that, I shot her friend in the back of the head. I shot her in the head. They both went down real quick.
Did you feel like, or do you feel now that killing Jim and Julie and Selby and her friend, do you feel like that was wrong?
Well, I think I went about it badly, but I'd never done it before.
When you look at the transcripts or the speech patterns of people who have psychopathy, they don't use metaphor very often. They're very concrete, very direct, and they're somewhat confused when people push for the meaning of feelings and nuance, and they seem to be perplexed. To him, it makes no sense. It is like speaking a totally different language.
Why do they keep asking him the same question? Why don't y'all ask a new question? Why don't y'all ask him why? Why do you want to kill people? Then he can go into the details about, oh, my body's frail. Oh, I'm a scrawny little punk and I wanted to feel empowered. They need to break out some old medieval times types of punishment for this nigga, bro. Drop him in a hot vat of oil. He would look like an actual French fry. A French fry extra fucking crispy, bro. Double dropping, bro. I want my fries hot. Like, what are we talking about?
What was your dad's reaction?
He didn't think it was awesome or anything.
He didn't think it was awesome. Fucking father of the year right there. If you're a good father, you would do what you need to do and drop this little bastard in a vat of oil, nigga. Turn his ass into a French fry.
Is there any particular reason why you did this?
No, there's not.
Do you know what you did is wrong?
Yes, I do.
Are you sorry that this happened today?
No, I'm not.
The 2016 murderer Michael Hernandez makes a bid for early release. Early release? If he's on this show, then he murdered someone for no reason whatsoever. So the fact that he's even able to make a bid for fucking anything. How is he able to see the light of day? How is he able to speak to anyone? He should be in a dark room with one hole so that he can get his daily nutrients. And every day at exactly 12:45 a.m., a guard comes in and spit through that hole, and that's what he eats. It's soft as punishment. For psychopaths, the judge will decide if he is still the callous killer he was 12 years before. What the bro, how would he have changed? Oh, this is about to make me mad. I hate seeing how trash the U.S. justice system is in real time. Like, I really hate seeing that. I'm street justice over the U.S. justice system all day, every day. We'll get you right.
I had to learn years how wrong it was.
How wrong what was, nigga? What you do?
Mike, what's your birthday?
February 2nd, 1990.
Happy birthday. So you just turned 14?
Yes, I did.
Very good. What were your intentions yesterday?
My intentions yesterday were to kill Andre. I was gonna stab him in the back and stab here, and that would have been it. Me, Andre, Jamie, and myself were in the bathroom.
How old is Andre?
He is 13.
What grade is Andre in?
He is in 8th grade.
Is he a friend of yours?
Yes, he is.
His tone is, detached, factual. When we speak with emotion in our voice, what we're actually doing is expressing how we feel, which is why the voice is so reflective and expressive and modulates. If we don't experience a richness of emotions, then our voice is going to be somewhat flat or somewhat controlled.
I was going to strangle him first, and then...
You was gonna strangle this kid? Why does every serial killer think they can strangle people? Ain't learned the lick of jujitsu, but they think they can just take both of their little tween hands, grab someone's throat, and actually successfully strangle them. This boy would have packed your punk ass up, bro. Stop lying. You did not kill him by strangling him. What was the plan B?
After he was dead, I was going to make sure by stabbing him.
His journal is really interesting. You see him exploring identities of serial killers and mass murderers. He starts to make plans, and then there's clear fantasies where he's drawing how he'd like to kill his victims.
I told them both that we were going to be late to class. And so we snuck upstairs after the late bell had rung. We got to the bathroom, and I was trying to convince Andre to go into the stall.
Okay. And how were you going to do that?
I told him that I had something to show him. His response, he didn't want to do it, so he said no. He's like, why can't Jamie go first? My response then was that he's going to go next.
Okay. Now, did Jamie agree? Did Jamie say it?
Pause. When a kid is in a stall and he's like, come here, I want to show you something. Pause, nigga. No. What could you possibly have to show me? I don't care how big your turd is. I don't want to see. Flush. So we can go to class, nigga. But the school bell rings, so Michael changes tactics.
I said, are you guys cooperate tomorrow? They're like, yeah, okay, we'll cooperate tomorrow.
Andre didn't buy it. Andre didn't trust him. And when the plan didn't go as it worked, he couldn't adjust immediately. The anticipation of the killing probably gave him intense pleasure. The actual planning is very exciting.
What were your intentions today?
I would have talked him into coming to the bathroom with me, coming into the stall. Then I would have proceeded to slit his throat and stab him continuously until he died.
12 years later, here his ugly ass is again, trying to be out here with us normal human beings.
I feel horrible about what I did. It hurts me how sensitive it was because he was always such a good friend to me.
Do you see tears coming down your face?
Yes, I had tears coming down my face.
Because I haven't seen you wipe your nose or wipe an eye.
I think he probably thinks he did a pretty good job of trying to sound sorry. I mean, that is one difficulty that psychopaths really can't appreciate. Since they have no empathy, they often can't appreciate how they're perceived.
The facade that you see is not the facade that he is.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck was that? I'm sorry.
The facade that you see is not the facade that he is. Why didn't they give her a second take, bro? Why didn't they give her a second take, bro?
So, I think I told you last time that because, you know, I'm supposed to be going up
with his girlfriend. Oh, these crazy white bitches fantasizing about serial killers, bro.
for my resentencing in August. It just seems like such a needless formality that put me through another psychological interview. I've been interviewed by so many psychologists and psychiatrists over the years. It's ridiculous. And you know, what more do you want from me? My judge, who happens to be a former prosecutor, is totally on the state side, which is really bad. He's a piece of
Well, why don't you practice your weekend learning how to cry?
Oh my God. God, man, I may have to stab myself.
Oh my God.
I can try to bring a sharp object to the interview. Do you have something in your hand, Mr. Hernandez? No. Stab. Oh, see, I can cry.
Is that the new chick? Doesn't that sound like her?
I'm human, I swear. Look at these tears.
When I have life-threatening wounds, I can cry.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, Lordy. You're just an evil, disgusting psychopath. You're so despicable. I love you. Freaking weirdo, bro. Investigate her goofy ass too, bro.
Got a paper clip in there?
Ma'am.
Got a knife?
No, ma'am.
How'd you muster up those tears?
I feel horrible about what I did.
The remorse you show because you think, quote, the judge is a piece of right?
No, ma'am, I don't think that.
You said that though, right?
I did say it, and it was a horrible, stupid thing to say.
She on your ass, boy. You are never coming out.
What was stupid was you didn't think that I was smart enough to listen to your calls.
Yeah. The calls also reveal a disturbing fixation.
I was reading that Ed Gein actually inspired the main character for the movie Psycho, and he inspired the Buffalo Bill character out of Silence of the Lambs. That was a crazy. It was funny because he used to dig up bodies and he was making a skin suit. That was a crazy.
So I think that exchange is really telling that he doesn't get it, and she's joking about it, but he's being serious. That's not the behavior.
This is helping me finalize a philosophy that I have about what creates these psychopaths, and it is a cultural thing. I'm not finished on my philosophy, but I'm almost there. I have a theory. It's not a philosophy, it's a theory. And I think we're seeing it here. These type of shows is helping the problem. The way they talk about him is like he's some super fascinating, strange thing. The way he's treated like a star instead of the despicable piece of garbage he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not enough shame here. There's just oh my God, isn't it amazing? Isn't it strange that people are capable of no empathy? Isn't that strange? It's like we haven't seen it before. Look at the world we're in. It is a product of a lack of empathy. That's why we're in the situation we're in now. We've probably seen more evil psychopaths than we have normal people, realistically, at least in the media. Why are we still pretending that this is so fucking fascinating? But yeah, that's the end. Next, I'm gonna be back with episode 4 and 5. That's probably how I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all chilling with me for a little bit. I'll see you next time. Peace.